What's up, everybody? My name is Tom Magoo, and welcome to PC Building Simulator. Now, if you know me, you know that I like to build computers. Now, if you've ever seen my my speed building that I did, and then aside from that, I can show some pictures of my custom-built laptop, if you will, that I also put together, and that's something that I really enjoy. I don't know, I just really like putting computers together. I've built numerous ones in the past. You know, it's basically nothing new to me. I think what kind of gets me going, aside from building it, is finding the parts and pieces that I want to put into it. I can kind of go through what's in my current computer right now if you guys want me to. Everybody likes a little behind-the-scenes stuff, right? So, but I did find this game on itch.io. It's called PC Building Simulator. I don't know how accurate it is as far as, you know, at least putting the thing together. The only thing as far as PC building that I have not ever done is custom water cooling, and that's something that I do want to try in the future. And I don't know that it's included in here, but you know, it should have at least the basics, so we can kind of get right into it. Hi, and welcome to PC Building Simulator. To get started with this tutorial, press I after you close this window to open your inventory. Oh, okay. All the parts you own are shown on the inventory along with the quantity you have. Shut up, cat! What is wrong with you? Ow! 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 That's my microphone. Did you want to say something to everybody? No, he's... Alright. Close the inventory after you're done. Continue with the inventory. You can press T to toggle this window and Q to quit the tutorial. Lovely. You gonna help me build this computer, cat? Shit. T. This is weird. I have $2,000 apparently. Whoa, fancy room. It's I don't know. This room is a little bland, I guess. Oh, excuse me. Put some like, I don't know, some like sound dampening foam or something in here. It would look amazing. And that's all you really need. Maybe blue and black. How about that? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing in here anyway. So it's blue and black. I just realized my door's open. Whatever, who cares? Everybody can hear what I'm doing. There's nobody here. Yeah, so damn. Somebody's a little like over enthusiastic about their technology around in this room. Did you want me to put down, cat? Poor baby. Alright. Anyway, so I don't know, like I said, I don't know exactly how accurate this whole thing is. So I'm gonna try and see, I don't know what we get out of it. Are those cassettes? How old is this game? The fuck? And some client PCs there, some standard PCs here. Why are they all like Dell? Does they say Dell? They say Dell. I didn't even realize that. Why do they all say Dell? Product placement. Did Dell make this game? No. Open the shop. Really? Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. Well, they have specific parts. That's kind of weird. I don't know what P8, P67 is. Oh, it's motherboard. But I don't know specifically what that is. GTX 680. What the fuck? Is this game that old or something? 500 watt? Well, yeah, I guess. Not really. Really? That's all we got. Okay, so I can tell you a little bit about at least what we have here. I don't know what this particular motherboard is, but being that it's $150 is a little steep. And being that the 680 is $200 is very steep. This game is using very old parts. What the hell? I'm hearing shit. Okay. God damn it. Bugs in here. What the fuck? Get out of my room! Crazy shit's going on today. Okay, yeah, so if I... God damn it. Hold on. I got you now. Come around me, I'm gonna smack you in the ass. Fuck. What am I doing? I don't know. Okay, so a 680 would probably... Shit. I don't know. It's old shit. I lost my train of thought. God damn it. Okay, well, we're just gonna fucking move on, because... I don't know, shit's everywhere. HyperX DDR3. HyperX is just a brand. DDR3 is a type. It's not a speed. Oh, I'm out of breath. I just ran downstairs, get a fly swatter. I came back. Okay, power supply. 500 watt thermal take. Thermal take's not bad. They're actually pretty good compared to some of the other shit-tastic ones out there. I don't know what smart means. Spart. I don't know what spart means either. Simple fan. Yeah, that's about it. There's actually very specific things to fans in terms of the bearing style and the speed and the dBs, how quiet it is. Most of that's pretty much standard nowadays. It doesn't change very much. Some of the bearings are different, which gives it more longevity. You can use it longer, stuff like that. Oh god. Huh. What else we got? And rewritable drive. Yeah, they're not really all that much different. Okay, something to note. If you buy a DVD RW drive, don't spend $100 on one and expect it to work better somehow than a, I don't know, $30 one, right? Now think about this. Yes, some of them are shit and they'll probably crap out early. That's totally fine. But think about this. Now, you're going to be playing what with a DVD RW? Nowadays, you download the game either from the disc directly, depending on what you're playing, or you put the disc in there to verify the license and download it from the internet. And, well, games like GTA, those you download from the disc. So I can understand maybe something a little bit better to load the game in or something faster, to install it faster. Fine, whatever. But after the game is downloaded, the disk drive is just used for the license. It doesn't matter. Plus, every single one of them will play a movie just fine, so don't worry about that. If you want a Blu-ray, so be it. That doesn't really matter either way. Shit. Okay, so I've been fucking rambling off so much. Okay, we're just gonna buy everything. How do I buy? Oh, I just click on it and it just buys. What the fuck? I'm dropping shit now too. What did I just buy? Fine, we'll buy everything. More fans and more everything. And can I go negative? No. More fans and you can't have too many fans. I think I bought like 2 disk drives. Shit. I don't know. Can I get out of this menu? Thank you. You know, I find it funny that we're using a PC to build a PC. Who would have thunk? I would have gone to the fucking Micro Center store down the road. It's a little further than down the road, but I do like it. Change project. Why are we changing our project? It doesn't work. That button doesn't work. Okay, what are we doing here? Yeah, we can... Oh, I can rotate. Okay. So, what... oh, hang on. What's the button that I... Oh, inventory. Alright, okay. Oh, okay, so... There's a lot of people that are a little confused and a little uneasy about building their own computer. I will tell you this. The hardest part of building a computer is figuring out what parts you want to put in it. You don't want to say, oh, I want it fast. That doesn't tell anybody anything. That doesn't mean anything. You could say, well, I want it to play this game. Well, its minimum requirements are typically that of a computer you could buy for, what, $200-300. Is it going to play well? Hell no. Of course it's not. But it's going to play it. So you can't just walk into a store and say, I want a really fast computer. Oh, it's a... I don't know, I want to play Battlefield 1 or some shit on it and, I don't know, VR. Now, if you say VR, people will be like, well, then you probably need to spend, you know, a good chunk of change on something really decent. Fine. But if you want to know... Go online and do a little bit of research. There's benchmarks that you can look at. It'll tell you all the stuff that you pretty much need to know. Also, as far as your power supply goes, that you need to go online and determine how much power you need. Typically, anything about 700 watt or more is more than sufficient unless you're using more than one graphics card. And it also depends on what graphics card you're using in conjunction with your processor. But like I said, the most difficult part is finding what parts you want and then determining compatibility between those parts. Oh, I've had nothing to eat this morning, so it's not working for me. Alright, so the first thing we're going to start with is going to be the motherboard. That's usually the thing that I start with first. Typically, I'd lay the motherboard out on the table and just kind of put the motherboard together, or at least the cooling unit and all that together. Some people like to put the cooling unit and all that stuff together while it's in the case. A lot of times cases will have this cut out for the processor, so you can kind of do that stuff without taking the board out. But this particular case, unfortunately, does not. However, it does seem to have a tray in it. Yeah, it has a tray, which is weird, but I don't think that we can take this tray out. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some standoffs. Those are important. To install the standoffs, have your mouse over the highlighted slots and then press the left mouse button. These need to be installed in different holes depending on the motherboard you are planning to use in your build. The motherboard we will use is an has ATX form factor, and these are locations that align with screw holes on it. You can press T to toggle this window. Q to I don't fucking care. Okay, so yeah, standoffs. Oh, I can zoom in. Holy shit, that's awesome. So standoffs are used just to raise the motherboard up off of this tray, just slightly, so that way, you know, the little solder points and contacts underneath the motherboard don't touch the tray. If they're touching the tray, it's not that the computer is going to necessarily blow up or anything is going to fry. It's possible you could fry something, obviously, but it typically won't start, and they usually have a failsafe with that, which is nice. So before we install the motherboard, we need to install the power supply. Why? What the fuck? Alright. Sure. This is the power source for everything in your computer. Open U inventory again by pressing I. Select Thermaltake Smart 500 Watt. Hover your mouse over the highlighted slot and left click to install it. I mean, sure, I guess. I don't personally do it that way, but yeah, to each their own, I guess. Fine, we'll fucking do it. Now we're going to install the I/O shield. Ah, yes, you do want to put the I/O shield in first. Everybody forgets that, and obviously so do I. I/O shield serves the purpose of keeping the electromagnetic radiation inside the case, so radios and similar equipment around the computer won't be disturbed. To install it, select it from the inventory under the miscellaneous category and install it in the highlighted slot. So if you ever get a motherboard from the store, it's actually going to have one of these for you. The only thing it does, other than what that fancy mumbo jumbo is basically, as soon as I find it, right here. Now open inventory, select motherboard. Okay. Shit. That's not what I want. Okay, so the I/O shield basically is like a cutout for all of your different in-out ports. That's what I/O means. Other than shielding the electromagnetic radiation, if you will, it also lays out everything for you. Typically, this will be all labeled and colored and whatnot, so you know where your shit's supposed to be getting plugged into, and stuff doesn't plug into the wrong spot. You know, that's the nice thing about computers, is that you can't plug one thing into the wrong thing. Normally. Okay, so motherboard. I'm assuming on this freaking build we're gonna be putting all of the thermal paste and everything on afterwards. If you want to put a custom cooling unit on it, such as a Hyper Evo 212 cooling fan unit, I can put a picture here. That would be something that you need to install before you put the board in. At least I recommend that. It is a bitch to do it otherwise. At this point in real life, you would install the screws that hold the motherboard, being sure to have one in every standoff. But the parts in this game are held together by magic, so they don't require any screws. Good. I need a little bit of magic when I build computers, that's for damn sure. Next, we are going to install the CPU. This is the component responsible for interpreting and executing most of the commands from other hardware and software from the computer. Yeah, pretty much. To do this, first open the slot. For that, click the highlighted part on the motherboard. That part is called load plate, and it's what holds some type of CPUs in place in their slot. Oh, you're talking about that thing that's actually the thing on the thing. You don't explain it well. Well, you probably do. I'm just being stupid. The load plate just holds your CPU to your motherboard. It explained it already. It already comes pre-installed on your motherboard. You don't have to get that separate, so don't worry about that. Now install the CPU. Go to your inventory by pressing I and select the CPU from its respective category and install it in the highlighted slot and click the load plate again to close it. Lovely! Oh god, menu's in my face. Here, zoom in a little bit. Ooh, yeah. What do we got here? I can't quite read it. It was already in there. Bink. Yay, we did a thing. Oh god. You can put a CPU in the wrong way, by the way. So those of you out there that have accidentally done that, don't do it again. They're expensive if you break one pin. They're expensive if you bend one pin. Unless you're clever enough to bend it back. That's not easy. Now we will apply the thermal paste on the CPU. Thermal paste is a type of paste made from metal powder, usually zinc oxide, sometimes aluminum oxide, aluminum nitride, or even silver. It fills the very fine gaps between the cooler and the respective part for better thermal conductivity and cooling. Depending on the type of thermal paste that you get, some of these metals are better than others at conducting heat, and heat is what you want to conduct the most of away from your CPU. So don't necessarily go out and buy a cheap thermal paste if you're going to be using your your computer intensely, maybe for gaming. Select the thermal paste in your inventory and then click that fucking OK. Okay, where's it gonna go? And there it is. Oh, that's not the thing I wanted. Shit. Miscellaneous. What is it? Scout 2 back panel? The fuck? Alright, thermal paste. Let's dab a little on there. Now we will install the CPU cooler. Do this up in your inventory and go to the cooling category. Select stock cooler. Install it. I'll have it slide slot. Word of the wise, don't use the stock cooler if your life depends on it. Unless your life depends on it, maybe. Okay, they're fine, but if you're going to be using your computer for something a little more intense than what this computer's build even is, you might need something a little bit better than the stock cooler. Stock cooler basically does one thing. It makes heat go from this area to that area. It just takes it away from the CPU, but not very effectively. It's decent, at least keeping it running for a couple years, but you know, if you want something a little more longer than that, then I would get something a little bit better. Plus, your temperatures might get a little roasty, maybe something over 60 Celsius. That's about the threshold. Shit. Okay. Fuck. What are we doing? We're getting cooling and stock cooler and putting. Whoa, that's some words. Now we install the graphics card, GPU. Graphics card, a video card. It's part that takes the information from the CPU and turns it into images to display on the screen. It can be separated part. What? It can be a separate part called or dedicated or discrete video card called a. Oh fuck! I can't read words today. I barely made it out of bed. Like you're about to see here, or it can be built in the CPU called integrated video card. As a rule of thumb, dedicated graphics cards have more power than integrated ones and are used for GPU-intensive applications like gaming or 3D modeling. To install the graphics card, go to your inventory and select it from the graphics card category and so the right. So the 680 is a piece of shit. Just kidding. It's actually pretty great. A lot of like, I don't know, like portrait studios and stuff like that might use something of this nature just because it's not really needed to do too many crazy things. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Now we will install the RAM, random access memory sticks. This is a type of storage in PC which works very fast. Running programs are stored here for faster operation. Too many programs get loaded onto the RAM. CPU has to move them between the RAM and the hard drive, which slows down the operation of the PC. Yep, it certainly does. RAM is actually very, very, very important. Next to your hard drive speed as well. Keeps everything running. Now, we'll get to the hard drive in a second, but the RAM, pay close attention to that whenever you build your computer. And also, pay close attention to that in conjunction with your motherboard. Your motherboard determines basically what kind of RAM you can have and your limitations, whether it's amount of memory that you can have and amount of memory you can have in each slot. and the speed of the RAM, whether you need to overclock it or not. My particular motherboard allows for 2133 on the speed. I forget what the actual like measurement is for that. But I have to overclock it in order to get it to go higher than that, because my memory is higher than that. I think it's 3200. So I have to overclock my motherboard to allow that to work. Now, goods and bads of that, you can also heat up your RAM pretty toasty by doing so, and you create this heat bubble right here. And this is basically where the bubble of heat occurs, and you want it to go out in either up or backward directions, and we'll get to that when we get to the cooling fans. That's also something too that install GPU. Whoa, I just put another one in there. Oh shit. That's also another thing as well that I should mention. The heat of the GPU, in my opinion, is designed terribly. Or at least the fan placement is. It's not pointing up, obviously, and that's fine, I guess. Maybe put like the CPU portion on the bottom and the GPU portion on the top or something, and maybe it's designed in such a way that it's meant to be that way. But heat doesn't go down; it goes up. I mean, I get that the GPU or the CPU probably produces way more heat typically than the GPU, but not in my computer. It's quite the opposite. So, I don't know. I mean, I get a lot of like low form factor cases actually blow it out, and it's very effective that way. My case does not have the option for that. It's crazy, and I like this case a lot. And it does not have options for such a thing. You can also have a cooling unit that blows out the back in the expansion slots. That actually works pretty well, but some of them aren't so great, and they're not exactly well found, and I don't know, it's just not that good. So I don't know, I'd like to see a redesign for something like that. They've actually been doing redesigns on the slim computers that turn these 90 degrees so they face I think downward actually towards the board, which again is a terrible idea, and I think some of them face upward, which is good. That's the way to go. Okay, so fucking what the hell are we doing? We're doing RAM, memory, DDR3. We're gonna, can we fill all these slots, or can we not? Oh, it's making me unhook this shit first. Yeah, you should do that, because that's a good idea. Now select modules from your inventory. There we go. You'll also notice there are two different colors for the actual slots. These are called dual channel sets. You should install matching RAM modules and matching color sets to take advantage of the performance boost they give. But generally, you will want to install the same type of module across all of your slots. Yes, true. If you have like 2133 in here, and you have 3200 here, you want to match the colors up with those as well. And that is generally because it doesn't work very well, or it just won't even turn on. And I don't know, I've done that on one computer before. It was the same type of RAM, but it was a different speed on both of them. And while it worked, it wasn't working very well because it was taking the lower speed one and kind of, I don't know, it was like trying to match it up with the higher speed one for some reason, and it just wasn't working. So fuck it, who cares? Now we installed the hard drive. These are storage devices that will hold all of your data, like ALBANY's programs, right. So that's the thing about the hard drive. Everybody asks me, do I need solid state? Question it, or answer is no. Don't. Well, no, I shouldn't say don't buy solid state. I should say you don't need to buy solid state. The only reason for solid state is a faster boot up and quicker load times for certain games that you may have installed on your solid state. Now, that's the thing too, like if you run out of RAM, you can actually use your hard drive, some of your hard drive, to be operated as your RAM. If you buy a hard disk drive, HDD, not an SDD, then where the fuck am I going with this? Or SSD, I'm sorry. If you buy a solid state, one, they're expensive. Two, they're typically a lot smaller than standard hard drives. You can get bigger ones, but they're expensive. Really, really expensive. but they're nice to have. I do not have one myself, so that's not something. So if you buy a solid state, it's nice and quick. It'll reduce your load times and your startup times and stuff like that, which is totally cool. But also it helps your RAM out. So if your RAM's a little choked, you can use the solid state to help that along. And it actually works quite well because it's basically just a flat surface I forget exactly how a solid state works. It's basically like a memory card in your camera. It's the same thing. It's just a little bit. I think it's a little more efficient on it and stuff like that. And typically you can store a lot more to most of them. So the only thing I know is that it is designed a little bit differently with different materials and runs quite a lot faster. It doesn't have a spinning disk in it. That's why they call it solid state, because it's solid. It's just sitting there. It's stationary. It doesn't move. So we're gonna fucking put the hard disk in the thingy here. Lastly, we'll install a fan in the back of the PC. Select from the cooling category of inventory to select the height of the slot. Lovely. Oh, that's not the thing I need. I need a simple fan. Can we put more hard drives in here? Oh, I can. I'm just gonna load this sucker up. Oh, I can't put any more. Sad day, bitches. Alright. Oh, whatever, man. Alright, so fan goes here. Oh, wait. I need to select it again first. Fan. Last part of the tutorial is cabling. To start doing it, press F1 and change to cabling mode. Click every highlighted slot to install a cable there. The connector you see fits. You will be presented with info about that specific cable. Don't forget to connect the hard disk on the back. No problem. I got that. Okay, so fans. Now, like I was saying with that whole like heat bubble, if you will, this is pretty much all taken care of. You need an in and an out. Typically, your intake is on the front, and your out is on the top and the back. And while it works well for the CPU and even your hard drives and stuff too, it doesn't seem to work very well on the bottom here. That's why my graphics card is usually sitting at max almost 70 Celsius. To me, that seems really high. It's capable of handling 90, so I got a little wiggle room, but damn, that's hot. So, I don't know. To me, the design is terrible. There's no way to get the heat out effectively and keep that sucker cooled unless you put a custom cooling unit on your graphics card, which is something I have never done. It looks cool, and it's something that I do want to try in the future. But, either way, we're going to load this sucker with fans. Oh, whoa, here we go. Yeah, can I put them on the top? Oh, shit. Can I put them on the front? I can't put them on the front? Let me turn this bitch. Yeah, boop. I can't put them on the front. Okay, that's a little dumb, but I'll just go with it. Sure. The fuck? So what do you even have one on the front? No. That's stupid and inaccurate. Alright, F1. Mount and unmount. I'll just do cabling. Alright, so we want the, not ATX, we want the, was it 8 or 6 pin? Alright, I know what that is, thank you. I think that's actually a 6 pin. That one's a 6 pin, yeah. What is the other one? That is an 8 pin. What the fuck? That's weird. Usually they're both the same for both sides. That's strange. Like, I'll see 8, and then like the 2, well, actually it'll be 6 with like one little pin thing kind of dangly. And, you know, sometimes you'll use that, sometimes you won't. Yeah, it's an 8, and God. If you say power cable, I don't care. I just did that with the other one. And 6. That's the thing too, if you want to use 2 graphics cards, you probably don't want to use a 500 watt power supply. That's ridiculous. Maybe for the 680 it's fine, but no, not for 2. That's not a good idea. And also cooling is a factor. This case is probably alright for cooling based on its design. You got an in, you got some outs, and you're golden. Alright, this is for the fan. EPS 12 volt. The fuck? Molex. I've never actually really heard those particular thingies before. This should be the 2024 pin ATX power cable. Provides power to the motherboard and some expansion card. For example, low power dedicated graphics card does not need additional power connector. Yeah, all get power they need directly from the motherboard. Yep, that's why it's so fucking big. And that's probably, oh god. Okay, one thing. Cable management. Well, I'll get there in just a second. Maybe it'll have me do something like that, because right now that looks like shit. That's the 12 volt. 12 volt power cable provides additional power to CPU requires to work. Yep, that's for damn sure. This is more fan cable. For the, oh, okay, okay. And there should be, there it is. Oh, wait, isn't that the front slot? Fan cable. That doesn't look right. Does that look right? No, that doesn't look right. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, it is. It's fan. It's for the fan. It just looks weird, and it's in a weird spot. So, leave me alone. Did I close all these off? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Yep, bink. Okay. This is the power one. It's not. Is it Molex? SATA power. SATA power. Cable is 15 pins. Cable used to provide power. Newer model of CD drives. Source Solutions direct update from the Molex power connector used for older devices. Oh! Oh! See, I didn't know it was called a Molex. I guess I'm stuck in the new age, not the Stone Age. Molex is, I think it's 5 pin. Let's see if I put Molex on here. No, okay. I figured not. Molex is like for a lot of older devices. Whoops. Shit. What did I, okay. Stop doing the thing that you're doing. Molex is used for a lot of like older devices, a lot of like really old disk drives, and a lot of old hard drives. There's not a lot of difference between the Molex and the newer style. The newer style just puts power in where it needs to go more efficiently, but each little pin, I believe, is the same amount of voltage, so that never changes. Power. Oh, can we only? Oh, okay, I thought we could only have 2. We're gonna load this sucker up. SATA power cables fit. I don't care. I just did that. Boom, boom, boom. SATA cables used to transfer data between devices and the motherboard. It is an update over the older IDE connector and features support for hot swapping, connecting, and disconnecting devices while system is running, and support is higher data transfer rates, which translates to faster read-write operations. Damn straight. I actually didn't know it was hot swap capable, but you know, whatever. I usually I'm usually on the side of caution and turn my shit off before I decide to unplug other shit into shit that. Congratulations, you finished assembling. Your computer is now ready to go. It actually is not. I have a beef to fucking, I don't know, whatever we do. Look at this. It's like shoved into the fan. That's stupid. All right, okay. Cable management. There's a thing about that. This case is currently not using anything cable management. It doesn't even know the definition of cable management. You see this whole back part? Why is it blank? Why is it bare? Other than to hook up your hard drive. Why not just make a little door or something there? Because the entire thing is used for cable management. If you notice this little bit of space here, just like what these cables are doing, thankfully, you use them to hide all of your cables. If you look at my computer, which I can bring up a picture here, my computer is cable managed. Not beautifully well, but everything's on the back. It's out of the way of the front, and so it keeps power flowing correctly and heat out of the main body of the case. Heat on cables is the worst. Insulators, well, they're insulators, so they're gonna absorb a lot of heat, and it's just bad. That's why I'm thinking like this whole area right here sucks dick, because it's usually the area with the most amount of heat. So all of these cables that are like winding right here need to go in the back and back in through here and into each one of these cards. And same with all the rest of this junk, including that 12 volt. Typically in newer cases, there's a hole. Whoops. Right here. You can put that 12 volt in. They just started designing stuff like that. Oh god, my nose itches. So, I don't know. This is our computer, I guess. It's not that great. Ooh boy. Well, shit, that was fun, I guess. I don't know. I mean, okay, for a game that is free, it's an indie game. It's just, you know, it's on itch.io. Plus, it's in some sort of alpha, if you will. I didn't really look at it. It has a career that's coming soon. You can probably, I don't know, make money somehow and build a really nifty, nice computer. But a few things. One, cable management needs to be a thing. Two, like some of the more connectors, like the front I/O connectors and like the USB connectors and, you know, other things like that need to be incorporated to give it a little more realism. Also more parts. You're using parts from, I don't know what, 2007 or something. I don't know. But either way, that has been PC Building Simulator. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And until next time, thank you for joining me. Oh, I forgot to mention. I was going to say what parts are in my computer. There you go. Wasn't that great? Okay, bye.